Hi lovely people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your support. Please, if this is your first time, kindly help us by hitting on that red icon to subscribe. Also touch notification bell to be the first to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So in our today's class we shall be looking at how to make princess buste with illusion neck. Okay, actually I'm cutting this pattern for an Igbo blouse, but you can also use the same method to cut out your half-length princess bustier, but we are going to be extending it to use this same pattern for our madam blouse. Okay, so here I'll be starting my measurement from this line that I drew here now. So the first thing I have to do is to impute the shoulder measurement, and the shoulder I'm working with is 16 inches. So for the course of this tutorial, for the course of this cutting of this pattern, we'll be needing the shoulder measurement, the bust measurement, the under bust, the shoulder to nipple, nipple to nipple, which is the bust band, the half length, the waist measurement, our armhole measurement, the blouse length, and the blouse hip. Okay, so the shoulder I'm working with is 16 inches divided by 2 to give us 8 inches. Okay, I'll be adding extra half an inch to it, okay, to make it 8.5 because of the sleeve. So I'll be marking 8.5 here, and I'll also mark my 3 inches for the shoulder slope. Okay, so coming down here we'll mark our 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then the armhole I'm working with is 20 inches divided by 2 to give us 10 inches. So I'm going to take this 8.5 inches here. So I'll make a straight line to connect this. Okay, so the next thing I have to do now is to impute our underbust and the shoulder to nipple line measurement. So from this point now, the shoulder to underbust measurement is 16 inches. I'll be adding half an inch to it to make it 16.5. Then the shoulder to nipple measurement is 12 inches, and I'll have half an inch to it to make it 12.5. Okay, then the half length I'm working with, it's 17 inches. I'll also add half an inch to it. I'll make it 17.5. So because I'm working for an Igbo blouse, a madam blouse, I'll be using all this length, which is 27 inches. So I'm making use of all this length here. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to make a straight line here. So let me go ahead to connect my shoulder slope line. Okay, so here now I'll go ahead to impute half of this, which is here. Then I'll come out by 0.75 or 0.5, whichever one you want. So I'll be coming out with 0.75. okay, so I'm going to connect this. Then here now I will impute the bust measurement. The bust I'm working with is 43 inches. Divided by 4 will give us 10.75. So from this place I will mark my 10.75. I'll mark my 10.75, which is here. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to connect this. So the next is to impute. Okay, let me just label this. This is our chest line, and this is our bust point. This is our under bust. Then this is the half length. Then this is the blouse length. Okay. So here I'm going to be imputing my bust pan measurement. The bust pan I'm working with is 8 inches divided by 2 to give us 4 inches. I'll be adding extra half an inch to it for the joining. Okay, so 4.5. I will also mark my 4.5 here, and I'll also mark it here. I'll just extend it down to the blouse length. I'm going to connect this now with a straight line. So coming to this my underbust here, I'll be coming out here with 2 inches. Okay, if you are working, because I'm working with a bust of 43 inches, from 42 inches, okay, down to 45, you'll be using 2 inches here and half inch here, making it 2.5. But if it's less than that, like from 35 to 40, you'll be using 1.5 here and half inch here. Okay, so I'll mark 2 inches here, and I also mark that 2 inches here. I will extend it down to the half blouse length. Then I'm going to be coming out here with half inch. I'll also do the same here. So from my underbust to my blouse length, I'll be going down. I'll be marking the same thing, 2 inches out here and half inch out here. So I haven't done that. I'm going to connect this now using a straight line. Okay, so coming to those my bust points now, I'll come down here by 1.5 inches. So I'm going to be connecting this. I'm going to be connecting from here now to those points. Okay, and I'm going to connect this. Okay, so I'll go ahead now to determine how wide I want my yoke to be. So from those shoulder line now, I want it to be 7 inches, like say 6.5. Okay, so that it won't reveal any cleavage. I'll be using 6.5. I'm going to make a straight line here. Okay. So this is it. Okay, this now will give me a straight line to connect to this line, but I won't be using this line. I just mark this so that it will guide me on how to take my sides measurement. So from here now, I'll come in here by 1 inch. Okay, and from here I will go out by 0.75. Okay, so here I will now connect this 0.75 to this bust pan line, which is the 4.5. So I'm going to be connecting like so, and I'm going to connect from this 1 inch again to this bust pan line. Okay. Okay, So after this, now I'll go ahead to impute my half length, our bust line. We've already done that. Okay, so I'll go ahead to blend this. So I'll go ahead to blend this also. Okay, so here I have my 10.75, which is our bust measurement. I'll be adding half an inch to it because here I'll take out something, so you can just check it. Okay, half inch. So I'm going to, whatever thing you have, just place it back here. Okay, just place it back here before you now go ahead to add your allowance. I'm adding sewing allowance of 2.5 inches. Then coming back to my half length, to my waistline, the waist I'm working with is 39 inches divided by 4 to give us 9.75. 9.75. I'll mark my 9.75 and I'll check what I have here, which is 2.5. I'll place it back here, the 2.5, and I'm going to add extra 2.5 for my sewing allowance. Okay, so coming down to my blouse length, the blouse length I'm working with is 44 inches divided by 4 to give us 11 inches. I'm going to be placing that 11 inches here. Then I will take that measurement, which is 2.5. I'm going to be putting that back here. Please always make sure you put back that because this will be going out. Okay, so you have to put it back to this side. So here I'll also add my 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now to connect all my points. So I'll be connecting from the half length to the blouse length. Then I'll connect from the bust to my half length. Okay, so I'm having something like this. Here now you determine the neckline that you want to be making use of. I'll be making use of 3.5 inches to the neckline, and the neck depth I'll be making use of okay, so I'll be making use of 3.5 for the neck width, and for the neck depth I'll be making use of 4 inches. So you can just go ahead to mark a block line first. Just make a block line. Then you can go ahead and come out here by 1.5 inches. Then you make your connections. Okay, after the neckline, if this part now depends on how you want the neck yoke to be. If you want a sweetheart neck, then you do it. If you want a V-neck, you do it. If you want the yoke to be straight, okay, this is perfect for it. So for the course of this the dress I want to use this pattern to make, it's a sweetheart neck. So remember that what we cut out for this our yoke is 6 inches. So I'm going to be extending it now to 8 inches. Okay, so now I'm going to connect it from, I'm going to be connecting it like this. Okay, so I'll just go ahead now to cut all this out. I'm going to be cutting out this part. So after cutting it, I'll have something like this. So this is the yoke, okay, and this is the both sides. Okay. Okay, for the back, I've marked out my shoulder line, my zip allowance, okay, and my armholes. I'll just go ahead to impute my half length, my underbust 16.5, the same thing as we have at the front piece. Then my half length of 17.5, and of course my blouse length. Okay, so the yoke for this, I'll be using 8 inches. I'll be using 8 inches. Okay, I'll be using 8 inches. I want it to be straight. Okay, so of course I'll be connecting this with a straight line, and I'll also go ahead to connect my dot line. Okay, so I'll connect this. Okay, so I'll go ahead to impute my bust line measurement, bust pan. I'll be using 4.5 here. Okay, so I'll be marking 4.5 all through to down. 4.5. Here I'll mark 4.5. So I'll connect this now using a straight line. Next thing is to impute our bust line measurement, which is 43 into 4, 10.75. Okay, the bust line divided by 4. Okay, plus my sewing allowance of 2.5 inches as we put at the front part. Then my waistline divided by 4, 9.75, plus my 2.5 sewing allowance. Then my blouse length divided by 4, plus my sewing allowance. Okay, then I'll mark for my armhole. Then I'm going to be connecting this. Okay, So coming here, I will be eliminating the bulginess at thus my half length with 0.75. So here I'll go in by 0.75 and I'm going to connect it this way. And I'm going to be connecting this way again. Okay, so with this now I will eliminate the bulginess at this back, okay, at my half length at the back. Then for the neckline, I'll still be using 3.5 for the neck width. I'll be using 3.5 for the neck width as we use at the front piece. Then I'll be using 1.5 here for the neck depth. So I'm going to connect this now. So I'll extend this to the, I'll extend this now to the zip allowance. Okay, so this now will be our yoke. Also extend this because I'm going to be cutting out straight like so. Thus, so if you want to make any shape for your yoke, you can as well imply that at this part, at this yoke line, but I want mine to be straight, so I won't be doing anything here. So I'll just go ahead now and cut this out. So please, a little adjustment here. You know, initially that our armhole connects from those parts, okay, so I'm going to connect it because of this yoke. I'm going to adjust and connect from here to this point, so I'll be cutting it this way. Okay, not this other way. I'm going to be cutting it out this way. I'll just go ahead to label this the back side, then the zip side. Okay, and this is our yoke. Okay, so this is all for the back, and this is for the front. So you can just transfer this to your fabric and you are good to go. Thank you so much for watching to the end. We'll meet in my next class. Love you all. Bye.